evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the IBR Global Maritime and Aerospace Awards 2023, the first of its kind since the history of Lima. Now, I won't talk anymore of figures, facts, markets, biggest this or that, giant MOUs, groundbreaking technologies, etc., etc., etc. We have heard that many times over this 1 week and then some. Today, as I welcome my guests to a celebration of excellence for 7 outstanding companies and even more outstanding men and women behind these companies who have never wavered from an end goal, I only want to talk about one thing. I want to talk about the triumph of the human spirit. We all start with just one thing: hope. Now, hope is the strongest weapon you can give a man. Hope fuels the spirit. It gives us clarity of vision and the courage of lions. It makes him a fighter. And fighters fight for a cause, a vision, a conviction. They are committed to a sense of purpose larger than them. They have pride in who they are and what they stand for, and they don't quit until the battle is won. But there is always another battle, another challenge, a bigger idea floating on the coattails of a newly won success. The battles are actually the best part of them all. And so they go on to fight more battles, bloody but unbowed, relishing the adrenaline rush. The game of life, ladies and gentlemen, is always about conflict and managing it. There is no such thing as winning, there are only perspectives. Which is why our company's motto is transforming perspectives. But back to our stars today. The men and women you will see on stage today receiving their due recognitions have not had it easy. But people like these, they don't choose easy. They choose the path less trodden by. They go against the grain, unraveling problems, providing solutions, rebuilding broken systems so that the lives of people who depend on them are made easier. As we say in V for Vendetta, one of my most favorite movies, ideas are bulletproof. An idea creeps into hearts and minds and it stays there, germinating and sometimes, like a desert flower struggling out from the parched crags of a sun-baked rock, they turn out to be tremendous successes. The story of a flower that blooms in adversity, as the saying goes, is the most rarest and the most beautiful flower of them all. A story that just has to be told. A story that needs to be immortalized. And that's where we come in. The IBR Asia Group. We are just storytellers. The world is built on stories that have been told and sold. There are stories, there are good stories, and there are great stories. And then there are stories that are never told. And for me, that is always such a tragedy. Because business is nothing more than people. You are not sold merely by the product or a service. You are sold by the people behind it, the story behind the name. You buy into a conviction. You are sold a promise by people. And if you think of businesses as a dense mass of people, then it has to mean that every business has a soul. And that soul yearns to be recognized, to speak about who it is and what it does and where it takes flight to. So when you build a business big enough to warrant global recognition, like the people here today, you can bet that business now has a mind and soul of its own, and you are just relegated to riding it. And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, that's what we are all about. Unleashing that soul and letting the spokesperson for these businesses talk about why each organization here has a uniqueness unlike any other. In the IBR Asia Group, we utilize all our artillery to shoot our messages out as far and wide a reach as possible. We utilize our own media, International Business Review, which is on a controlled circulation to the top corporate, government, and diplomatic decision makers across 5 countries in Southeast Asia. We utilize Voice of ASEAN, our digital business networking platform that connects 10 countries in Southeast Asia in one platform. Our multimedia newsletter that goes directly to 14,200 emails of corporate and government decision makers across Southeast Asia and Middle East, including 600 global media. Our association with PR Newswire to get our press releases in their Asia Pacific newsroom with 70,000 eyeballs from Asia Pacific journalists. We create world-class content at local prices. Ladies and gentlemen, there is magic in words. Words are spells. They define our future if they are used well and often, especially when they are strung together in stories you create that defines who you are and what you will become. I am just glad I found a job that allows me to be a magician for some of the biggest and most promising companies in the world. From the beginning of time, ladies and gentlemen, stories have intrigued mankind, and the sheer creativity of a good story is where I'm betting that AI won't replace me. The last bastion against AI, I hope, is originality and a good story. So when the Terminators come for us, this is the safest place to be. Because thank God, I have made powerful friends from all the military men I have met in Lima today. So thank you all for coming tonight and joining us in the celebration as the winners of the IBR Global and Maritime and Aerospace Awards 2023. Please stay with us until the grand finale, where we'll be getting all the winners on stage with a confetti fanfare, but also our Lifetime Achievement Award tonight goes to the architect of Lima himself, a name well recognized all over the world, Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad. Our 90-year-old two-time former Prime Minister arrives from Tokyo at 9 p.m. tonight to Langkawi and is being brought directly here just in time to receive his award and to give his acceptance speech. Now this is the kind of energy I hope to have when I'm 98. So please don't leave early, stay with us until the end, for the best is yet to be. Thank you for honoring us with your presence today.